I'm delighted to have this chance to talk about the conference that Don Barry and I have organized with colleagues at the John Innes Center and the Organic Research Center at the John Innes on the 14th of April. Our aim is to bring together a whole range of people who share interests in intellectual property in the widest sense and its connections with plant breeding in the widest sense. For the last 15 years or so, my colleagues and I, and History and Philosophy of Science at the University of Leeds, have been investigating issues to do with ownership in the sciences and the technosciences in all their dimensions. In my own case in particular, the focus has been on the biosciences, in particular genetics, from the rediscovery of Mendel's work in 1900 right through to our own day. Out of the work at Leeds has come a new analytical perspective on intellectual property, what we're calling the expanded IP concept or framework. And the core idea is that it can be useful to look at interactions between different forms of IP, some of them more familiar than others. And the basic distinction we make is between what we're calling IP in a narrow sense, or IP narrow, and IP in a broad sense, or IP broad. By IP narrow, we mean all of those familiar legal instruments for protecting innovations, patent claims in the first instance, but also trademark, copyright, and so forth. By IP broad, we mean all of those means by which ownership of ideas is otherwise asserted and defended in and around the sciences and the technosciences. And we distinguish two kinds of claim in particular which seem to us exciting to look at. First of all, there are priority claims, so the assertion that someone got there first in understanding some truth about nature. And secondly, maybe in some ways most controversially, what we're calling productivity claims, the claim that certain truths, as truths, are singularly productive, singularly useful to have around. And we've come to believe that as a source of new questions and insights into the long-run relationships between science, technology, culture, politics, commerce, the military, the way that openness and secrecy is thought about within the sciences, to look at interactions between these kinds of claims, patent claims, priority claims, and productivity claims, can be an especially exciting way in, and we very much see this conference as a chance to put these proposals front and center. Well, we've designed the meeting to be as inclusive as possible, and by holding it at the John Innes Center, a scientific institution devoted to innovation in the plant sciences, we've meant to communicate the seriousness of our ambition to bring together the widest possible community for these discussions. So there'll be people like me there from the History and Philosophy of Science, but there will also be representatives from biology, from the plant sciences, both academic and commercial. There'll be representatives from law, from economics, from public policy, from philosophy, and these will be from not just within the UK, but from around the world. So a genuinely inclusive, cross-disciplinary discussion is what we hope for. There are going to be 9 talks over the course of the day from leading specialists and practitioners in their area. Bringing really high-quality historical perspectives into the discussion is kind of a mission for us, and so we're the more delighted that there will be talks looking at how these interactions have developed in countries including Greece and India and the United States, as well as the UK. There will also be talks from people who are working at the coalface right now, plant breeders who face questions of intellectual property as a matter of their ordinary business. We'll be hearing from them. We'll be hearing from legal scholars, from people in innovation studies, from philosophy. And the day as a whole will culminate in a keynote address from Professor Daniel Kevlis at Yale University, a pioneering figure in this area, and we're the more delighted to be able to bring him over to the UK for this conference. Thanks for watching the video. We hope we've piqued your interest in our conference, registration for which is now open. If you want to learn more about the project and how you can be involved, please visit our website. There are a number of ways that you can interact with us. There'll be a Twitter hashtag on the day. We're of course glad to receive any questions that you might have, and we'll hope to see you at the John Innes in April.